Hello everyone, Zach here bringing you the Team Taste game of the day. You want taste? Today's game we got George on the left playing YveltalGarb. On the right, Zach's playing Dark Tina, or more like Dark Dragons nowadays. So here we go, George starts off with an Yveltal EX. Zach has that Salamence on the bench, reminding George that playing EXs is scary. George plays the Trainer's Mail, picks up an Elixir. Looks like he's planning an Ultra Ball. Let's see what he's going to throw away. Ultra Ball's away an E-Hammer into something or else. I don't know. Anyway, it's going to go search probably for a nope, grabbing the Yveltal EX. Just going to discard his Elixir. Guess he doesn't want to play it. George goes down and shuffles up. Yeah, this matchup is usually really close. Depends on a lot of things. Fright Knight's really good in this matchup. But we'll see what George plans on going. George attaches a Dark Energy to the active. Yveltal plays Elixir and whiffs it. Yeah, you usually don't hit every Elixir with Yveltal. You only play about 9 energy. I think that's what Zach's playing with his Dark Dragon deck too. But you can play 9 or 10. Oh, plays another Elixir. Hopefully he hits this one. Looking into top 6. And whiffs it, probably. Oh, yeah, trying to attach a double colorless. If only it worked that way. And then he goes ahead and plays on. Zach's showing George he had nothing in his hand. You know, try to get a little mind games in. Make them question themselves when they want to play on again. Both players going to shuffle up, draw 6 cards. The standard play, you know, like 40% of the time it feels like. No. Both players going to go on and shuffle. Not hitting the elixirs can be really bad for the Yveltal. Yveltal always wants to have an attacker ready to go. Let's see if Zach can get out of that dead hand they had. George playing down another Yveltal EX. Plays down the Floatstone on that active Yveltal. Probably isn't thinking about that Salamence too much. And then Shaman sets up for 2. Probably not have much going on. And then Ultra Ball's away, and then the Lysander. Grabbing down that Trubbish. Wanting to evolve into a Garbodor if Zach doesn't get anything going. Blocks his Shamans. And then I'm going to play that Floatstone and passes over to Zach. Looks like Zach has something going on. Benches a Giratina and then just plays Sycamore. Throwing away a bunch of supporters and then energy. And Zach drawing a fresh hand of 7 cards. Plays down Ultra Ball. Getting rid of a couple more supporters. Then going to grab himself a Shaman. Checking his deck, making sure counts are good. Yep. I'm going to go and shuffle up. I think, yep, Zach in this match right now, George has played down enough EXs for Salamence to take knockouts. So he's going to go the Salamence way. Up, plays an Elixir and misses it. Right now, Salamence hits for 50 times the number of EXs on your opponent's side of the field. Ultra Ball's away, double drag, and that kind of hurts. That could come back to bite him. Is he up, grabbing another Shaman? He really wants to hit that Floatstone Elixir to hit that first turn Salamence Beastly Fang. Yep. Going to attach a Fang Fury Belt to the Salamence. Plays another Shaman. And looks like he misses what he wanted. And then he goes on ahead and passes it over George. George attaches Dark Energy to the Yveltal and Sycamores. It's looking good for George right now. The great thing about Yveltal is all you need is 2 energies and then you can attack just about at any point in time. George playing down the Fright Knight Yveltal. Super good in this matchup. The Fright Knight hits for, or Pitch Black Spear hits for 60 to 2 EXs. Oh, George misses a 3rd Elixir. That's brutal. Yeah, so Yveltal can like Lysander up a Giratina and get him stuck in the active and just start swinging away. Not if he doesn't get energy on it though. George looks through his discard pile. All that good stuff. I know George is trying to figure out the deck as he goes along too, so Yveltal will evolve for 60. Zach plays a Parallel City getting rid of those Shamans, which is awesome. Gonna attach a Dark Energy to the Salamence and then just plays a Sycamore. Zach really wants to hit that float stone. Is he going to get it? Maybe an escape rope. Oh, hits the float stone. Attaching a Flying Fury Belt to the Giratina. Going to retreat and use Beastly Fang for 220. 10 base damage plus the 10 from the Flying Fury Belt and then the 50 times. Really good. George promoting the Trebush. Attaching the Dark Energy to the bench Fright Knight Yveltal. He doesn't have attacker this turn. He would have to hit 2 elixirs for that Yveltal. Oh, plays down the Trebush. Says, have my Trebush. Gonna play a Super Rod. Getting a couple energies back in that Yveltal EX. That Trebush was sent to die. Yeah, unless he pulls out and nope, yeah, lay attach return. Not doing anything fancy with it. Zach's probably gonna be looking for a Lysander, take another 2 EX prizes. That George asking what Fury Belt the Giratina's at hatch, so I told him both. Zach goes ahead, Lysander's out of shame or an Yveltal and knocks the Yveltal out. And then George attaches double colorless, promotes the Fright Knight Yveltal. Gonna play VS Seeker. Zach's just kind of like, N, you want to play N? And George plays N. So yeah, at this stage in the game, Zach's taken 4 prizes, taking the huge lead. George hasn't taken any yet, so the N will still get George 6 cards, and Zach only gets 2. George needs to slow Zach down somehow. I believe George only has 2 EXs on the field, so right now the Beastly Fang will only hit for 120. Or only 110 against the Fright Knight Yveltal. But nothing that could... It would still knock out the Shaman, so if Zach gets a Lysander at any point in time, he should be able to take aim. So George is going to pitch Black Spirit, 60 on the Darkrai. Zach top decks the Trainer's Mail. Saying, here, I'll just play this Trainer's Mail from it. Grabbing an N. Looks like he got N pretty badly. Zach gonna... What's he deciding to do? Play Super Rod. Makes his chances a little bit worse. Oh, but he's playing Shamans back into his deck. He really wants to hit that Lysander within the next 2 turns. And then he plays N. Only gets to draw 2 cards from it, but hopefully he gets what he needs. George still hasn't taken any prizes yet, so he's going to get his full 6. Not going to hurt him at all. But Zach really didn't have any other choices. Zach going to take 2 cards, and looks like he missed anything. Or he's just playing mind games. Yep, going to attach a Double Dragon to the Giratina. And then Beastly Fang for 110. George is going to go attach a double colorless to the bench Yveltal. Get another Pitch Black Spear ready. Ooh, and then George plays a Team Flare Gun on the Double Dragon. I believe he discarded 1 early, has 1 attached to the Giratina. So he only has 1 left in deck. Zach top decks and then plays it again. Maybe he shouldn't have played that Double Dragon on the Giratina, looking like. But I guess that Fright Knight Yveltal could come back up on the bench and still take the knockout, and Zach won't have any attackers ready. So George has taken 2 prizes. Took it from that Darkrai. That early Evil Ball damage really paid off. The 60 doesn't seem like much, but Zach drawing his 2, misses the Double Dragon, but then plays Dark Energy to the bench Giratina, then goes ahead and passes. Zach's not in a good spot anymore. He went from a commanding lead to being pretty flat on his face. Looks like George has a VS Seeker. Yep, VS Seeker. What's he gonna grab? And nope, gonna grab the Lysander, take out the Giratina. Ooh, that's brutal. And then gonna pitch Black Spear and knock out that bench Salamence. The tools don't have effect because of the Fright Knight Yveltal's ability. So the Salamence only had 180 HP. Hit it for perfect knockout. So now Zach needs to find a way to retreat without a float stone and get an energy. It's not looking good. And Zach's on a timer. He has 2 more pitch Black Spears until George takes his final 2 prizes. Let's see if we can get it. Zach gonna take 2 cards and nothing. Passes. George gonna attach a Dark Energy to the Yveltal EX, a Flying Fury Belt, and then VS Seeker. What? He could N, but he'd only get 2. Yep, I'm going to play Sycamore. Zach only has 2 cards in his hand, so it doesn't really make sense to play the N. Unless Zach showed some signs that he had something good, but the poker face. Alright, George is going to pitch Black Spear again. Oh, and Zach has no way to retreat, so now George can just say pitch Black Spear and win. And that's what he realizes. Pitch Black Spear comes back from a 4 prize to none deficit to win. Yep, Zach wasn't drawing out of that end anytime soon. Yeah, I don't think you could survive the 4 turns of pitch Black Spear. But alright, everyone, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That was a good game. Let me know what you guys think. Later.